Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alyssa, and on this channel I create budgeting content, planning content, and side hustle content. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down here in the right hand corner and give this video a thumbs up. Both are free and really do help out my YouTube channel. On this video today, we will be setting up June 2023 full budget. Well, for the first 2 weeks of June, but we'll be setting up the full calendar as well. Everything will be time stamped below, so if you don't like the calendar portion of the setup, you could just skip right along to the budget setup portion. I personally love setting up the calendar because it's really helpful when I go back and I can calculate all the weeks of things that are happening, especially when I have reoccurring like weekly expenses on certain days. So what I like to do is I always set up all my stickers. These stickers are from Life in Envelopes. She is always tagged in the description box below. But what I like to do is I like to put in when all of my bare bones budget bills are due. So of course on the 1st we have rent due. And I actually split my rent into two. So my total rent is $780, but I actually save $400 twice a month. So I always have an extra $20 going, like basically rolling over every month. And then that's really helpful for if utilities are more expensive in a month than I anticipated, I just pull money from that. But on that note, we have rent and utilities. I'm just gonna write this together. I save $50 every 2 weeks for utilities. And then on the 1st, we've got life insurance and pet insurance. And then what else do we have? So the pink is obviously what we pay for the first paycheck of the month. I get paid every basically 15 days on the 1st and the 15th. So we've got the pink, and then we have the blue or the turquoise here. That will be the second paycheck every month. So we've got rent, life insurance, pet insurance, utilities, Bank of America, which is a credit card. So B of A. And my Alaska Airlines credit card are due on the 5th. We've got Acorns that actually pulls out every, I actually think I've been mistaken lately. It actually pulls out every Wednesday. And same with the Merrill stuff as well. So we've got Acorns, which is $20. We're gonna write $20 Acorns. I obviously love Acorns. It's an investment app. It can like pull out money every week, bi-weekly, once a month, really whatever frequency you set it at. And then it also does roundups, and then it invests all of that for me. So it's just a nice like separate little investment account. And right now I don't really have plans for that money. I think what I'm going to end up using it for is like closing costs on a condo that I purchased next year. And then the rest of the money I have in my house fund will be for the down payment. So we'll see how that works. But right now, $20 Acorns, and then we've got, let's see, $40 Merrill. This is another investment account that I have, just a different bank. It's managed very differently, and I do have a like financial advisor that manages that portfolio for me, and I have zero plans for that right now. I think I'm just going to let it sit, grow, continue growing. I do have a Roth and a brokerage account. The Roth I might use as also for a part of a down payment on a condo, but I'd prefer not to if I don't have to. But there's a good chunk of change in each of them. So we've got that, and then we've got therapy, which, okay, therapy would have been on the 1st because we have it on the 15th. So therapy, and then we'll write therapy, okay, and then student loan, also due on the 1st, so we'll write SL, and then SL. Right now my student loans are in like pause mode and forbearance, I believe it's called. So I'm not really paying them, but I am paying like myself basically $125 every paycheck that goes into a savings account in my high yield savings account. And then that's what I'm using to save to then pay off the smaller of the loan. And then we're just going to keep going and going until obviously the big old chunk of loans is paid off. So we've got, I think, everything covered for the first half of the month. Moving on to the second half, we've got rent, utilities, Spotify due on the 16th. So Spotify, obviously the music app here. And then we've got Peacock due on the 21st, which is just $5. And then we have on the 24th, we've got LA Fitness, which is gym membership. And then on the 26th, it's not on here, but I have my boxing gym that's due. And then we've written down the acorns, we've written down the therapy, which I then also have therapy this day. So I'm gonna have 2 therapies in the second half of June. That's good to note. And then we have student loan, we've already written that down. And I think that is it, if I'm calculating this correctly. Yep. Okay, and then we do have some vacations that are upcoming. So I will be on vacation. This is for my best friend's wedding. All the way, vacay. Actually, this is my birthday, June 10th. B-day plus a wedding. My best friend's wedding is June 10th. And then I'm also on vacay and I fly back on this Sunday here. And then I'm also again on vacation. Basically, I come back to Seattle for straight up 5 days and then I'm right back to the airport going to celebrate my aunt's 60th. So vacay again. Oh my gosh, I know. It's wild. I am like so burnt out from traveling, but I am really looking forward to all these trips at the same time. So that will be really fun to be on vacation and celebrating with family, and then also with family here and friends for the wedding. And I think that's it for June. I don't have any other plans to go anywhere, but I do know that there is a Sounders game this day, which always yields some type of expense for me, especially with fun and entertainment. And then there's a Sounders game this day as well. And then that should be it for the wild events in June. Crossing my fingers, hope to God that is it, because it's going to be a very, very expensive month, that's for sure. So I think that's all the calendar setups. Goals, wow, I didn't really think about goals thus far for the month. I think it's just really like being conscious of my spending, like trying to figure out ways to save money, really trying to eat in as much as possible because I will be on vacation, and that's obviously just like a whole bunch of eating out, eat in / meal prep as much as possible, just, you know, trying to cut down on expenses, and then obviously pay off credit card debt, and then save as much as possible. Really, I guess I shouldn't have save. I should have fun, because that's really the goal. And then this month, I do want to clean out all my clothes and donate them to a nonprofit that's not the Goodwill, plus donate. Some of them I might take to like Plato's Closet or Crossroads, see if I can get any type of money from that. And then the rest of it is going to go to a nonprofit that helps like homelessness here in Seattle. That is my preferred way. And then if they don't take it, then my choice is literally the Goodwill. I'll probably try the Salvation Army first. Really any place before the Goodwill is really the option to do. And then I just really want to like deep clean like everything. I just want to like deep clean and then declutter. I'm like so over all of the just like mess. Like I have too much stuff and I'm sick and tired of it. I don't want it at all. I could put in the time of like selling things on Facebook Marketplace and stuff, but I really just don't have the time to do stuff like that. And yeah, it would be nice, but I don't have the time for that. I don't want to give up a weekend for a garage sale, I've decided. So that's just it. And yeah, I think that's everything for the calendar setup. So let's move to setting up the first 2 weeks of June's budget. So we've got 6/1 through 6/14. And then of course we have my W-2. Now for my W-2, I actually received some commission for these 2 weeks. So my total income was $2,472, which if you follow my channel for a while, you know about $1,814 is my typical paycheck. So $1,814 plus, I did the math here already, $658 is basically the commission plus my normal paycheck. That's going to come in handy as we set up the budget here, so that's why I wanted to break it down. And then we do have side hustles. So that is going to be $241 from trivia hosting. And then we have savings. I do have to pull some money from savings, which will be $1,000 And then I have some payback from Venmo, which will be $10 here. So I grabbed my handy dandy calculator. We've got 2,472 plus 241 plus 1,007 plus 10 gives us $3,830 in total income, or inflow, I should say, for the month or these first 2 weeks of June. Now moving down here, and we've kind of already set all of this up in the calendar here, but we do have rent and utilities all due on the 1st. Rent will be $400 and utilities is $50. And then we have life insurance and pet insurance also due on the 1st. Life insurance is $22 and pet insurance is $37. And then we have student loan, which obviously isn't really a bill, it's more of savings, but I'm considering it a bill for all intensive purposes. So also due on the 1st, so $125. And then we have Acorns, which is obviously like variable expenses. And if we go back, we've got 1 Wednesday, 2 Wednesdays, so that's going to be $40. And then for Merrill Lynch, also variable, 2 Wednesdays. I spelled Acorns wrong. Merrill Lynch, we've got 2 Wednesdays, $40 each one, so that's going to be $80. And then we have therapy, which is variable, and that's going to be $25. So adding up those expenses, we've got 400 plus 50 plus 22 plus 37 plus 125 plus 40 plus 80 plus 25. 20, whoops, I did that way wrong. Let's recalculate that. 400 plus 50 plus 22 plus 37 plus 125 plus 40 plus 80 plus 25 gives us 779. Taking that, subtracting it by the 3,830 gives us $3,051 left over. So variable expenses here, we've of course got grocery. Because I'm gone like literally so much of like each of the, pretty much half of this, we're just gonna budget 100. I don't have that much that I can like build meals off of right now. Eating out, we're also going to match, well, we're gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna do 125. I tend to eat out a lot more before I go on vacation. I just don't know why. It just happens like that. Gas and car. I've been doing a lot of driving. And when I'm in California, I'll be using my mom's car. So I would like to be able to like fill up her tank, put the gas back in that I used. So I'm going to put $100. And then we have investments, which is basically the roundups from the Acorns. So we're going to do $30 there. Fun and entertainment. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to like pay off. I actually bought some concert tickets for in September. I knew I had the money in my high yield savings account, so it was an easy like, yes, let's do it. So I've got to pay that off, plus regular fun and entertainment. So that's going to be $600. Holiday, this will be some expenses for the wedding, like hair, makeup, kind of like some nails and stuff too. So we're going to budget $275 for that. Self-care, we're going to budget $200 because I've got some, I've got like a lot of things I'm doing to prepare for the wedding and stuff. So self-care will be $200. Miscellaneous will be $50. Travel and vacay will be $230. I ended up changing my flight to Sunday from Monday. That cost some money, and then I might try to move my flight earlier in the day, so that might be like an expense as well, plus just regular like Ubers and Lyfts to and from the airport. And then we've got pets, which I'm budgeting $159. $159 is basically the bill I had to pay to the vet. That wasn't covered by my insurance because I have to restart the deductible, which is, my deductible is $250, but since the year is over, we're starting a new year by the insurance policy dates. I do have to pay the full amount until I reach my deductible. Okay, so adding that all up, we've got 100 plus 125 plus 100 plus 30 plus 600 plus 275 plus 200 plus 50 plus 230 plus 159 gives us $1,869. So subtracting the 3,051 by the 1,869 gives us $1,182. So $1,182. Now we have sinking funds here. Now all side hustle income goes towards sinking funds. So we've got car maintenance and insurance, which will just be $50. We've got future fun, which will be $100. I've got a whole lot of fun happening in what's the month? June, duh. 2023 vacay gets $115, and 2024 vacay is getting $35. That's pretty typical. These two are almost always the same amount every single paycheck. I would like this to be $100, but right now we've got about like $800 in that fund. My car insurance is only about $70. I do have my registration due in, I believe it's July or August, which is $300. So I'm just trying to like catch up to get to that probably like $1,000 mark, and I think I can definitely achieve that. So we've got 50 plus 100 plus 115 plus 35 gives us $300. So 1,182 minus 300 gives us 882 left over. Now, before we get a little too far along here, extra savings. So the rule for this year has been all commission is going towards my student loans. However, I actually have almost the full amount saved to be able to pay off the lower of the loans, the loan that's only in my name, that's not the Parent Plus loan. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to take whatever remaining balance minus like the 125 as well that I left to save and put that towards the student loan, and then the rest we're going to start putting more towards a down payment on a house. I do have enough for a down payment right now, like if you calculate everything I want to use for it, but I would prefer not to pull like stocks and stuff. So the more I can save for it, the better it will be, and then I can have a little bit more flexibility in terms of the different homes or condos that I want to purchase. I'd rather just be safe than sorry. So at this point, we're in student loan. What's left over is I have to save $550. So minus the 125 that we're saving gives us $425. So if you minus the 658 from that, gives us $233 that we will put towards a house. So that's how we're going to do that, and that total would be the 658, which would leave us with 0. However, we got to do 882 minus, we're doing a little bit backwards here, so 224, which would leave us with 658. So my Alaska Airlines credit card, we're going to put 124 towards, and then my Discover, we're putting 100 towards. So that's how we're going to do it, a little bit backwards here, but going forward, all commission earned until I reach, my goal is to reach $20,000 for the down payment. That is just in my high yield savings account. I do want to include like my Acorns, that's an option to use, and some of my brokerage account and my Roth I could also use for a down payment, but I would prefer not to pull from those accounts. So right now I'm at about 11,000, so 9,000. If I reach the 20,000 mark, then we'll go back to switching towards student loans, or if student loans come back due sooner, we might have to adjust that a little bit. But for the interim, we're going to pause the putting commission towards student loan, and we'll still do the 125 every paycheck though. We're not going to forget about that. We will still be doing the 125, but all commission will now be going towards a down payment on a house. So that's how that's going to work. I hope this video was helpful. I'm really excited for June. I think I have a lot of like personal, really fun things happening, and then a lot of great stuff happening with my budget, which I'm really excited about. So make sure you hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Please let me know what your goals are and what are you doing for fun this summer. If you have any free or budget friendly summer activities that you are doing, please let me know. I've been trying to like get a list together, so if I'm bored during the day, like I have things to do or can suggest them with friends. So please leave a comment for that in the description box below. But I really appreciate every single one of you watching my videos, and I will see you in the next one real soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.